folks? Aaron Dorr here with Georgia Gun Owners. Guys, it's Friday afternoon. It's around 5 o'clock. I know it's getting kind of late in the work week, but I wanted to make sure that you guys, because we've heard from so many of you over the last couple of days now, over the last 2 weeks. I just want to make sure that every gun owner in Georgia is on the same page, that as we watch gun owners around the country celebrate the passage of constitutional carry law, we're going to have to ask ourselves, what is it going to take to get this done here in Georgia? So guys, get signed in. Again, Aaron Dorr here with Georgia Gun Owners. We're going to talk about constitutional carry, Brian Kemp, Big Staci Abrams, and the absolute disgusting treatment that we've received at the hands of Brian Kemp and Speaker David Ralston when it comes to our gun rights. So guys, if you can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up, give me some comments in the comment section, get signed in to this video. There is no more watch parties to worry about because Facebook has done away with those. So if you guys can hear me okay, let me know. I see Hardy's already getting on board. There's a lot of folks getting in here right now. You know, guys, here's the thing. It's way overdue, says Chaz. Let me post one quick comment in the comment section here, and then we're going to begin this broadcast here. I'm seconds away from doing this. There we go. All right, it's been signed. You know, when GGO got started 10, 11 years ago now, constitutional carry was somewhat of a new thing. It was not in a lot of states. We had Vermont and we had Alaska. And that's all that we had for states where the government did not have the right to find out who was carrying firearms for self-defense. And so for the longest time, the politicians in Atlanta could get away with saying, well, you know, this is just kind of extreme. This is not mainstream right now. And you know what? That's all changed now. Just in case you guys haven't heard, I want to be really clear on this. This session, four states have now passed constitutional carry law just this session, just this year. Utah, Montana, Iowa, and Tennessee. 4 states in just 3 months have made constitutional carry a reality. 4 states in 3 months. That means that we have 20 states right now in the country. Folks, we're approaching half of America, and the majority by far of red America, where the government no longer has the right to decide when and how law-abiding citizens can carry a firearm for self-defense. And that's all constitutional carry does. If you're legally allowed to possess a firearm, you can carry a firearm. That's it. That's it. We all know that. The legislature knows that. Brian Kemp knows that. Everyone knows that. And what's more, I forgot to mention, it passed the House in Austin, Texas last night. And from what I understand from my friends who work in gun politics in Texas, this is very likely going to pass this year in Texas as well. This would make 5 states, 10% of America just this year, are very likely to take action on constitutional carry law. Alan says GA is a liberal state. What do you expect? I don't know, Alan, but I know this. I expect Brian Kemp to keep his promises to gun owners. And everyone knows that when Patrick Parsons ran Georgia Gun Owners, that he worked his butt off with the army of GGO members to make sure that Brian Kemp signed his survey, and he pledged in writing to sign constitutional carry law into law. And all that has happened for the last 3 years now is nothing. Brian Kemp has done nothing for gun owners. Nothing. And all of our sources, all of our people, everybody we talked to in Atlanta has made it very clear, if anything, Brian is working behind the scenes. Brian is working behind the scenes to tank constitutional carry every session, every year. Of course, he's got Speaker Ralston right there, big old Davey Ralston, corrupt David Ralston. Just Google it. Don't take my word for it. Google it. Sitting right there, running interference on him. And And that's how this game is played. And so as gun owners, we have to send a really clear message to the legislature and to Governor Kemp. We're not going to accept this garbage. It's not going to happen. In 2022, when Big Staci comes hunting you, Brian, and you come to gun owners and expect us to just snap to attention, sir, yes, sir, you're not going to find us very helpful. In fact, you're going to find us about as helpful to you as you were to Donald Trump. That's what you're going to see from gun owners, because we expect action. We expect you to keep your promises. We expect you to lead on this fight. Don't forget, folks, this is not a situation where the governor is simply a passive observer, and if the bills come to my desk, maybe I can sign it, maybe I can't. No. The governor sets the tone. The governor decides the policy. The governor's people work with the legislature and say, this is what the governor wants this session. So Brian Kemp has every ability to talk with that corrupt Speaker Ralston and say, this is going to happen this year. This is going to happen. You know how I know that? Because I've been involved in the fight for constitutional carry all across the country for years. We just passed it in Iowa this year because Governor Reynolds knows she has an election she has to win next year, and she wanted to check the box and get gun owners on her side. And by God, she's going to have accomplished that because she signed constitutional carry into law. Spencer Cox, governor in Utah, he signed constitutional carry into law this year. You got Governor Lee in Tennessee. You get the governor in Montana. All of them have signed constitutional carry into law, and all of them worked behind the scenes to make sure that bill got on their desk. Brian, you're no Governor Reynolds. You're no Governor Cox. You're no Governor Lee. You're no governor in Montana. You've done nothing. You've done nothing. And so, folks, the point here is that we have got to make sure that our legislature and that our governor understands that if you don't fight for us now, we will not fight for you in 2022. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. We need you guys to sign your petition right now, telling your state reps, telling your state senator, and telling Governor Kemp that we expect you to deal with this next year. And if you don't come looking to us. Don't come looking to us. This is ridiculous. All around the country, we're being lapped right now. All across the country. 20 states have already enacted this. 20 states. And assuming that the governor in Texas, who will certainly sign this, signs it, and assuming it passes the Senate, that's not happened yet. It passed the House last night. There's a strong chance that we're going to have 21 states where you don't have to beg the government for permission to carry a firearm. You don't have to add your name to a government database, be tracked, traced, and like a sex offender simply to carry a firearm to defend your family. You don't have to pay fees. You don't have to add your name to a database. You can just carry a firearm. That's how it is in most of Red America. By far and away, the majority of Red America, that's the laws that they have enacted. That's what gun owners get to enjoy. But in Georgia, we're left with nothing. We're left with nothing. Brian Kemp has delivered nothing for gun owners. Nothing. And he needs to understand that that's not acceptable to us. This is not Georgia Carey. We're not going to sit here and kiss everybody's backside in the Capitol. We're not going to say, oh, it's okay, Brian, whatever you want, sir. No. You're going to deliver for the members of Georgia gun owners, or we're going to make sure every gun owner in the state knows that you lied to us, Brian. It's just that simple. We're not here to play any games. We're not here to beg you. We're not here to protect you. That's for damn sure. We're not here to say, please, sir, you're going to do your job, the job you were elected to do, or you're not. But if you don't, you're going to pay that price. Johnny says, Kemp, you're a spineless traitor. A lot of folks think that. Kemp is no repeat governor, says Hardy Strongbeer Taylor, good friend. Kemp is spineless, says Pam. Vernon Jones for governor, says John. Kemp's boy in the house tried to get red flag gun seizures on the floor, says John. Susie says Kemp is such a wuss. Brian, Brian, your staff, whoever's going to watch this video, you guys better read this. Y'all better read these comments. You got a problem on your hands with the members of Georgia gun owners. And we're not playing by the old playbook that all the rest of the sycophant organizations play. We're not here to protect you and sing your praises. We're not Georgia Carey. We're not going to sit here and cover you no matter what. We're going to expose the fact that you've delivered this much for gun owners. And, especially in 2021, I just want to kind of be, clear on what's at stake here. We know that Joe Biden's coming for us 100 miles an hour. Everybody knows that. And so in red states across the country, they're passing gun bills at a pace I have not seen in the 13 years that I have fought for gun rights in state capitals across the country. It's not just constitutional carry. It's everything. They're lowering the age on when you can carry a firearm for self-defense in Kansas. In Missouri, they're passing the Second Amendment Preservation Act. That's another thing, Brian. You guys have done nothing on that. We had it filed, and you guys killed it. Everybody knows that. Wyoming, they lowered the age on when you can carry. They've extended constitutional carry to non-residents. Kansas, they're lowering the age on when you can carry. There's gun bills passing everywhere. Everywhere. Constitutional carry all over the place. SAPA is on the move in Ohio. It's being introduced in freaking blue Minnesota. It's moving in Pennsylvania. It's moving in Arkansas. It's moving in Arizona. All of these states, the governors in all of these states, the politicians in all of these states, they know that we better deliver for our members, for our voters, for gun owners in our state if we want to have a chance at getting their support in 2022. Yet we continue to get nothing from Brian. I would say, again, we're getting from Brian now what Donald Trump got from Brian last fall. Nothing. So if you guys are mad like I am, then sign your petition, number one, so everybody knows in the Capitol that when they come back next session, of course they're adjourned now, when they come back next session, they've got one last session to give gun owners what they want, or they're going to pay the price. They're going to pay the price. Sign that petition. But you can also contact Governor Kemp. And I would. Call him. Call his office and say, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You come in to the governor's mansion. You promise to do this. You promise to fight for us. You do nothing. You deliver nothing. You accomplish nothing for gun owners. All the rest of your red state governors across the country are moving pro-gun bills, and you sit here and you tell us that we have to be your friend, we have to support you, champion you, and you do nothing. You do nothing. You're no Governor DeSantis, Brian. What a joke. Nancy says, 2 strikes now, Brian. 1 for your silence during the elections last year, and now this. Nope. You are one and done in this state unless and you get off your butt and do something and do it soon, says Nancy. Benita says Kemp will not be elected again to any office. He's not for the people. He's a traitor. It's very simple. David says Brian is a coward, plain and simple. Brian Kent says I hate his name. It's so close to mine. What a rhino. We know you're the good guy, Brian Kent. You're not Brian Kemp. We got you, man. We got you. Kemp was a waste of my vote, says Ken Carpenter. I'm telling you, Brian, and your staff, y'all better read these comments. You better read these. You better realize what's at stake here, because gun owners are sick and tired of being lapped in Georgia by other pro-gun states all across the country. And folks, if you agree with that, again, sign your petition. Contact the governor, share this video, get gun owners who are not currently involved with GGO into this fight, because we need to put more pressure on, not less. We need to put more pressure on the legislature, on Speaker Ralston, not less. Brian Kemp has to hear from more gun owners, not less. We have to build the size of this grassroots army, and we have to do it fast. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. I mean, who knows how long we've got. You know, the state's going blue. We all know that. It's only a question of when. We're going to fight like hell to stop that. But, I mean, we know we don't have unlimited amounts of time. This has to happen quickly. Old Staci's coming hunting you, Brian. She's coming hunting you, man. And so if you have any hope of getting gun owners on your side, you better deliver. You better deliver. Wes says, don't forget Alan Powell. Absolutely. Alan is a joke. Alan is a joke. Man, there's so many comments here. So many comments. I love yours, though, Brian Kent. I hate his name. It's so close to mine. What a rhino. I dig that. I dig that. So, folks, that's where we stand. All across the country. All across the country in red America, gun owners are being taken care of. Gun owners are getting their their bills passed. Gun owners are seeing constitutional carry pass all across the country. And we got nothing on SEPA this session from David Ralston and Brian Kemp. We got nothing on constitutional carry this session from Governor Kemp and Speaker Ralston. And yet we have all of these moderates, all of these rhinos across the country saying, oh, you better stand for us in the fall. Bull crap. You fight for us or we're not going to fight for you. It's that simple. It's that simple. Steve Gibson says, need information, GGO. Steve, shoot us a message offline, and we'll answer your questions as best we can. Let's see, I'm reading some of the comments here. What about Texas? Callum says, yeah, man, they passed it in the House last night. Passed the House last night. Still has to pass the Senate. Be signed by the governor. I don't have direct intel on that, but what I'm being told indirect. Well, yeah, no. What I am hearing is that the governor would sign this immediately if it passes the Senate, and so we're going to wait and see. It's very likely that we're going to have 5 states this year. 5 states. Again, you got Utah, Montana, Iowa, and Tennessee. 4 states so far. Likely 5. If we see Texas finish their fight this year, 5 states this year alone, 1/10 of America, where those governors made constitutional carry a priority. Brian Kemp has made nothing a priority for gun owners. Nothing. If anything, the Republicans in Atlanta believe they can flirt on the very edge of gun control because that's how moderate they are. We all know what happened this year on stand your ground law. We all know what the paper said about Chuck Efstration, and on the edge, on that flirty edge of voting to repeal stand your ground law. We all know how many Republicans are on the edge of supporting gun control. This caucus is out of control because their leadership is out of control, because our governor is out of control. They've done nothing to fight for us, and that's unforgivable. Jeff says, it's sad. Brian Kemp would rather lay in bed with the enemy than stand up and fight for us. You doggone right. There's so much content here right now. This is all expected, says Eli. Well, we'll see. I mean, it might be expected. I mean, maybe Brian's been a rhino this entire time, but he's going to by God answer for it. Let's see. Wayne says Kemp is owned by China. Who knows? William says Kemp is a closet liberal. I mean, I don't know what the guy is, but I know this. He hasn't delivered for us. He hasn't delivered for gun owners. A whole bunch of other red state governors have, and Brian has done nothing. So, guys, sign your petition. Contact the governor if you wish. Make sure your state senator and state rep knows when you see them this summer, now that they're out of session, make sure they know that, you know what, this pathetic defense of our gun rights, this don't count. You're not doing anything. And I expect far, far more than that. Guys, that's all I have time for right now. Sign your petition. Go to joinggo.com and get signed up. Joinggo.com and get signed up. We'll keep you guys informed. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Carry every freaking where you go, and we'll keep you informed. Thank you.